The BBC required to change the lighting across a number of the buildings, including New Broadcasting House and Glasgow, to first and foremost save energy. And Casambi was chosen with Wila to provide both the lighting and the lighting control system. Casambi technology was chosen for a number of reasons. First of all, Casambi technology is not reliant on any particular lighting manufacturer. We are in some ways lighting agnostic. The client could choose any light fitting from any manufacturer. In the case of the project, they chose Wila, and the collaboration that Casambi have with Wila enabled us to provide the right solutions within the light fittings to enable the control of the luminaires through the Casambi technology. The collaboration with Wila was very important in regards to dimming technology, through dimming curves, through the tunable white functionality that was provided.
So the luminaires installed were part of the Wila range called Cluster, a mixture of 1200 by 300 and 1500 by 300 backlit LED luminaires with a microprismatic controller for good glare. The Casambi elements were integrated into the gearboxes on the back of the luminaire with the aerial exposed, as well as sensors in the positions that were previously used and switches where required.
Holders Technology provided the hardware for the ecosystem to Wila Lighting and then supported with commissioning and project management. For all of the BBC sites, we took the same approach regards commissioning, which was 2 phases. The first stage being carried out by the installers and the second by our own commissioning team. The phased install was carried out on a nightly basis. So after the lights are installed, the installers would then pair all the luminaires into a network for security. We would then go back at a later stage and complete the commissioning, whereby we'd program the sensors and the luminaires as per the specification. Power wiring infrastructure changes were not required, as Casambi technology only requires mains power and no daily wiring, no Ethernet and no traditional switch installation. This meant the installation actually had minimal impact on the users that were in the space. There was no need to make any structural changes to the building to add additional cabling, as the Casambi ecosystem just works off a live and neutral.
Casambi technology is very much suited to large installations and large buildings because it's not restricted by any architecture in buildings. So when it comes to introducing different solutions, when it comes to lighting or control devices or sensors, it's very simple and straightforward.
The original commissioning was carried out on the sensors, the luminaires and the switches. We were asked to take advantage of daylight harvesting, also allow for tunable white within particular levels, and set the switches for meetings. For every single BBC site, this was important because this was a retrofit project.
The project overall exceeds more than 10,000 nodes across all the buildings. The system that the client has embraced will make it simple and easy to introduce more light fixtures and more solutions as the projects evolve and develop. The Casambi mesh technology also enabled communication across different areas, different zones, different rooms, which meant that the communication wasn't limited and the functionality wasn't limited also. Any user, anywhere, could control luminaires from switches or sensors. From a functionality point of view, everything was controlled and managed through the app.
One of the requests from the BBC was to actually take advantage of tunable white. On some of the levels, they have to use a particular CCT for filming. And by using the Casambi ecosystem and the luminaires from Wila, it was very simple for them to press a button and create the exact colour temperature they required. The BBC can actually make changes to the lighting on their own now that the system is commissioned. This may mean that they want to change some of the switch functionalities or change the groupings within the luminaires. Irrespective of the BBC site that the changes need to be made at, you do not need to be present at the site to make the changes. As long as somebody has the iPad and enables the gateway function within the app, the changes could be made remotely anywhere in the world using the credentials. This is a great function and enables the BBC to actually look at each of their sites irrespective of their locality. The beauty of the Casambi system is they actually have a rollback function, which means any changes that are made and are not approved, they can actually be taken back to the original commissioning state. One of the biggest advantages to the BBC of using the Casambi system is its levels of security. It is an end-to-end encrypted closed mesh network.
Casambi technology, we believe, is the best solution for the BBC because the BBC in future will get support from Casambi through free over-the-air updates and also support locally from our partner in the UK, Holders Technology, or in addition can also be supported by Casambi from Helsinki.
The project went really well and is still ongoing. The collaboration between Wila, Casambi and Holders has been excellent, and also with the additional partners and installers that we've worked with at a local level at each site. The feedback from the BBC has been very positive. It's been a very, very enjoyable project to be part of.
Casambi is so easy to commission. I've been in controls all my life and I've never seen a system so simple.